Episode Week Session 13, Part 2. The party's just about to exit Haven and begin the adventure. Or so they hope. Right, let's get them over to a map. So, Robin is navigating, and were you wanting to use stealth?
Indeed.
Okay, excellent. So if you just want to roll up your stealth, though the weather is perfect and sunny, everything's lovely and lush.
Okay. 19.
Okay.
What does that give me? 3 actions. Oh, 1 off 4.
Yep. So that gives you 3 actions. You can choose from Hidden, Element of Surprise, Secret Camp, and Avoid Danger, which is advantage on stealth, surprise round at the beginning of a fight, Secret Camp, so avoid encounters at night, and don't roll for a random encounter when you would. So, seems like we all know where you're going. So if you just want to first, are you going to be using any of your travel actions in the first day, or is it just you're going to be using the safe camps?
They can pretty much until we encounter something.
So if you just want to move, roll a d100. Yep, move, roll a d100.
And there's the hill.
There indeed is the hill.
It really is close.
Roll a d100. Okay. And were you wanting to investigate the hill?
Well, what do we see when we get there?
Well, just with your eyes, you see a hill. But is there something you're looking for? It's a grassy hill with like a couple of trees, not very many, sparsely populated, very grassy, lush grass. Probably comes up to your waist, Robin. And it's just a big range of hills, and off to the southeast you can begin to make out the farmland of Giles's farmstead, and you know that behind you to the northwest is where Haven is. The sun's beginning its descent in the sky, and are you looking for something? Are you like looking around? What are you looking for? Are you just trying to see if you can spot something of interest? Are you looking for tracks? Are you searching for some discrepancy? Is there something you're looking for here?
So I suppose if we don't see anything initially, I ask the party. I thought there'd be something a bit more dramatic on this hill. Do you want to spend a little while having a look around? I guess would we like spend a travel action just looking this place over?
No, it's just a roll essentially. I'm angling for what sort of roll you're wanting to use to locate something.
I mean, Robin would be just looking around. He was expecting to see something like a castle, or he didn't know. So.
The guards told you not to get up here because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing dangerous here.
Yeah, it doesn't look dangerous.
I mean, you're the scout.
Are you sure it was this hill? You sure there isn't a separate hill?
Well, how about we go to the top of the hill and investigate a bit?
Sure, we can pass.
All right, you lead on, Mr. Scout.
You don't want me running an investigation.
Yeah, I do.
No, I think for this we can just Robin, have you roll a perception test. You can gain advantage for the party helping you, and you're just like fanning out and searching the area.
Okay.
We're helping.
Okay. Okay.
Your rolls today.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so it takes you 10-20 minutes to scour the hillside, and after that time you're thoroughly convinced that you're not entirely sure what those militia were going on about, but it's been at least a month since you encountered them. Maybe what they were talking about is long gone, because there's definitely no obvious object or thing or band of monsters that spring from the underbrush to attack you. This hill seems perfectly mundane.
Okay. Slightly disappointing, but okay.
Maybe the militiamen were afraid of heights and the hill is higher than the rest.
Maybe.
That's what Asham suggests.
So, guys, there's no need to go down into the farm. It's a horrible field covered in vines. It's not a good place to sleep. We'll go to the forest and then just work our way round.
All right.
Okay. So move and roll a d100.
Where's my armor? Oh no, I rolled perception again. Sorry. There's the
That's
D100.
Okay, 69.
Uh,
Cool. And are you just wanting to spend a travel action to make a secret camp in the forest?
Yeah.
Okay, so you come down off the hill and you camp out in the forest. You find a nice little secluded space. The trees aren't necessarily very thick here. It's just like a small kind of like spruce springing up around you. But you manage to find a small little enclosement where you could be reasonably sure that no passerby or wandering monster would happen upon you. You light a small fire and you settle down for the night. Would anyone like to do a scene for inspiration? This is a either an in-character scene where you discuss something around the campfire, or a flashback to some background element that you want to like expand upon, maybe.
Anyone?
I feel like I always hog that
I
one.
always have one in store if no one else wants, but I don't want to keep
You
hogging them
can
every
go
week.
ahead.
No,
You guys can
me
go
and you
ahead.
always hog it.
You can
That's why I
go
don't want to
ahead.
jump forwards. Do you want to do yours, Mike? Because I did mine first last time.
I can,
Go
because
ahead.
it works well with my new level up. At the fire, being the barbarian, the buff dude he is, Asham takes off his hide shirt because he doesn't need it. It's not cold, the weather's fine. And as I mentioned earlier, on the right side of the shoulder, you can see what looks to be a branding of some scale mail of sorts. Some of you might know what happened there, others don't. But actually on the left shoulder is what seems to be as well a branding, but it looks peculiar. It looks like a bear's paw on his shoulder, and it's quite noticeable. Any of you would see this and wonder what kind of weird tattoo is that. So whoever wants to can ask about it.
Carl, maybe you should go ahead and get inspiration.
That's actually mechanically that's a good idea. But I was also maybe Kresik. I think maybe he noticed it. He's like looking at his holy symbol of like looks like an angel made out of wood. And he notices. I think he obviously notices both, and he like points at them, and he goes, "What's going on?"
Oh, my scars. Quite proud of them. You see, basically all of the pit fighting gladiators. This branding here, not 2 weeks ago, we went down to the mushroom forest and burned it down, and I had to drag a slowest dwarf out of the fire after he burned half to death. That's what cost me my beard. But this is special. After I had to get out of the Empire for some reasons or others, I was on my way here when I came upon a tribe. I guess it was kind of a tribe. They weren't barbarians like me, more of the nature types. And I think they called themselves druids of the bear or whatever. But they were huge, and some of them had some connection with bears. And, well, being the fighter I am, I stayed with them for several weeks and trained. And, well, in the end, I beat their Obermoju, man. I don't know those druid stuff, but they more or less welcomed me into their tribe. And overnight, I got this branding. I was pretty drunk. I don't even know how they did it, but I've got this bear sign. And ever since I've been there, in my rage, I've been growing stronger. So I think they're kind of on something to do with that. Maybe if you know magic or anyone, we can one day have a look at it. But so far, it has made me stronger.
Huh.
Yeah. The thing is, with Asham, he doesn't know any magic. He's not the smartest, so he just assumes this thing makes him better when he fights, so it's cool.
Yeah, and I think Kresik is like, it's a mighty fine blessing you have there. And then,
Yeah,
like,
served me well. When we find those wolves, I will show you what I can do.
I can only imagine. And yay, now we're friends.
Yeah, that's how I explain the totem warrior barbarian stuff. I was with druids.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and we share an ale over the fire.
So I think as the conversation dies down, you share an ale. The flames of the campfire crackle, and the night air is quite warm and pleasant. West of the Great west of the Great River, it's always quite mild. You found so far, and the night passes without incidents. Nothing springs out of the bushes to mercilessly decry your living nature. And in the morning, you break camp and prepare to move on.
Yep.
So move and roll, move and roll. Okay. Keep on going.
Right. What do we think? The forest that we see there, or do you think it's a bit further down, boys? Because this is east of the farmstead.
I've never been here, so I'm totally lost.
Oh, I forgot something. I'm terribly sorry. While we were at the fire and Asham has been telling you guys about this druid thing, he also tells you about that weird thing that they taught him. If you give him a bit of time, he can actually talk to wolves and all kinds of beastery, which might actually come in handy. I just noticed.
Nice.
Sorry, I totally forgot. I never look at my spell page. I'm a barbarian.
So I think we're gonna go. Let's just go straight into this forest.
That makes sense.
What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Cool.
I'm
So-
guessing nothing happens on a 9, or
So you walk into the forest and you see trees.
Yeah.
As you walk in, the wind begins to quiet a little, and the leaves just kind of rustle in a normal manner. So I think you would just keep walking on. Nothing springs out at you. Keep on going.
ooh, a little bit of dense forest over there. I like the look of that.
Okay.
Another 9.
Okay. Interesting. If you were playing Dark Heresy right now, I'd be rolling on the Psychic Phenomenon table. Well, not anymore because second edition got rid of that. But let's see. I need to check this page. Interesting. Okay. So yeah. So the sun continues to sail overhead as you walk through the trees. I think you begin to like notice the stillness of the forest. Like any of you that have been out and about in the wilderness, you would be akin to squirrels, birds, woodland critters, and you begin to notice that the stillness, the wind has died down, and the leaves are only rustling a little bit, but there's no birds chirping, there's no squirrels running underfoot. It seems eerily quiet.
And there's like no animals.
No howl of a wolf, no chirp of a bird, no squeak of a little mouse running underfoot.
So to our southeast, the forest looks like it's changing. How do we visibly see that?
Dense. As you look to the southeast, you can see that the trees are just going thicker, closer together. The overhead branches are cutting out the rays of the sun, and it's creating this kind of almost like twilight feel ahead of you as the dense underbrush is quite thick, and you're probably going to have to swing a stick back and forth to walk through. Asham probably will just walk through the bushes, and they'll be like splattering at his face but not caring. But you can see it's very much getting thicker.
Yeah,
and
like the tree's getting older as well.
Would you like to give me a intelligence saving throw?
Well,
What is your rolls, Joe?
I mean, they're trees, so
The trees. Who knows? Trees are trees. Let's get going.
before you carry on, I just need to check something. Yeah. So that hex of trees, just as a point, if you move into them, they do require two sections of movement to travel through them. So you'll find
So we
yourself.
don't have enough movement.
Oh no, you can enter into them, but traveling out or through them
Okay.
will take you 2 moves. So just as a
Okay.
point, they're mechanically more difficult to traverse.
Okay. Well, we've got one more point of movement, so we may as well go into it.
Okay.
If we were to find any, may I ask why is the hills there a different color? Is it desert or what?
They're barren. They don't have
okay.
grass upon them. And I don't think they're deserty hills. They're not like sandy or anything. They're just kind of rocky and barren. You can see where the hills go up. The trees don't go up with them, nor does the grass, because it's like bare rock. So it should probably be more grey than orangey, but that's what I got.
Just wondering, because we have never seen this color on a map. Or
Okay.
at least I haven't.
Okay. So. Okay. So.
They're in the deep forest now.
Yep.
Does anything out of the ordinary happen, or do we see ancient
Yes.
ruins? Or okay, we see something.
out of the ordinary does occur.
That's what we wanted.
We are murdered by a giant wolf.
Okay.
Very
So-
out of the ordinary.
Okay. So I think the first thing you'll notice is as you begin walking into the deep trees, Asham, you're probably the first to notice. There's something like swinging overhead, like from the branches of the trees, and as you look up, you can see there's like a dead falcon hanging by its feet, and it looks like it's got almost like spider silk wrapped around its legs, which are attaching it to a tree, and it just swings very eerily. But to your ears, it's making the sound like a creaking rope, like even though it's obviously spider silk, so it wouldn't make that sound. But it just seems, and as you press deeper into the forest, these grow in frequency until it's almost like all the trees have these fruit, but the fruit is these dead birds, these dead birds.
Activate divine sense. Are they undead?
Triggering divine sense, you know that there are no celestials, undead, or fiends in a 60-foot area around you that is not obscured by a direct line of sight.
One day I'm going to activate that, and you're going to say yes.
Yeah, it's very useful. But Asham, could you give me a nature check, please?
Yeah, because that's my forte. Nature. -1. Bam.
Okay.
They're dead birds.
There are, a lot of them. But you notice very strangely that most of them haven't decayed. There's not like rotting skeletons of these birds with like maggots and worms crawling in and out of them. And you would think that they've been here a while, judging from the number of them.
Is there any live critter around? Anything? Fly? Anything?
Okay, so you begin looking around, and I think you see a tree. You see this large
In the forest!
You see this large tree with like a crack in its trunk, and it's quite broad. I'm trying to think of the name of them, but it's like a holdout tree, where like people would go in and make a campfire and like stay in the tree. So it's like maybe 15 feet wide. The wood
like a
is
redwood
like
or something like that.
yeah, the wood is quite like desiccated and like it's obviously dead. But up above it, you can see the branches are still bearing leaves. And as you're looking around for a critter, you hear a sound from inside the trunk of the tree, and it's a cat. You just hear a meow.
That's weird. If you guys want me to, I can do those mumbo jumbos that the guys taught me.
That sounds like a good idea, actually. We'll sit
How
here
about-
and you do your little chanting.
You got something for it that it doesn't run away, because I need to prepare myself for the mumbo jumbo.
So
mean, if you
just
approach the
take
cat,
care
it's
of it.
do you look in the tree?
From the outside, yes.
So looking inside the tree, you see a pristine white cat that has one of its paws like caught in some spiky vines that are like inside the bottom of this hollowed out tree, and you can see like its perfect white fur is like dark red with stained blood. And when it sees you, like looking in, it looks at you and goes, "Meow."
How about you take care of it? Give me a second. And you see Asham sitting down and mumbling. And if you listen closely, it isn't actually words he's saying. The druids probably spoke in Druidic when they were chanting their rituals, but Asham doesn't know Druidic. Asham doesn't know what they were mumbling. He just mumbles things that sound right. Preparing rituals, speak to animals, basically.
Okay. So the ritual takes what, 10 minutes to cast?
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes.
Okay. So is anyone doing anything while he's casting this ritual?
I guess I'll help the cat.
Okay.
Now,
Since-
this
no?
is a creepy-looking tree. We should probably talk to the cat before we find,
It's her.
I know, it's obviously been here for a while, though. It can last another 10 minutes.
All right.
It's getting less and less cute the more our DM makes its noise.
Humbra.
So I think we see like Rakus like go towards the tree, his hand outstretched to like help it, and Robin's like, no, something's wrong here. The cat goes, "Ow," and it like pulls on
the
its
bluest
paw, and you
baby
see, like,
eyes.
Yeah, with the bluest baby eyes, and it like tugs on its paw, and like you hear the sound of like fur ripping, and like it stops moving its paw because like blood begins to spill out, and it just goes, "Ow."
You're so cruel.
So
I
Rakus,
feel
are
like
you-
we
are
should
you
have a
heeding-
look around.
Are you heeding Robin's words?
Reluctant.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, that.
So Crest,
That-
are you wanting to have a look around?
Yeah, I might do.
Roll
Just
a
like-
perception.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Good idea.
If there ever was a trap, this is how I'd set one up.
With kittens.
So precisely. Alright. Let's get a roll going here.
Okay, so looking around, you see nothing out of the ordinary. Too much nothing out of the ordinary. You see no birds except the ones that are hanging dead from the branches. You can see at the top of this like dead, desiccated tree the branches that are bearing leaves. It's not the branches that are bearing leaves. It's like this knotted vine which has just grown up and around in the branches. And you can see all around the same thing. There are no woodland critters. There are no squirrels. There are no birds. There's no woodlice. There's no rats. There's nothing. The entire place seems suspiciously devoid of anything untoward, or anything really.
Hell, might as well activate Divine Sense again. Mainly interested in whether or not the ground is desecrated around the tree.
So I think when you activate Divine Sense, I would, as a GM, tell you there are no fiend, celestial, or undead in a 60-foot radius that you cannot, that you can see.
Not behind cover.
Not behind cover. Okay, so
And the ground? Is that
the
legit
ground, you probably get a feeling of unease from this entire area, but it's not desecrated.
Yeah.
So I think that's just your own like internal feeling rather than your sense.
Yeah.
So Mike, Asham, after the 10 minutes of this poor kitten like trying to pull its like paw out of the spiky vines and bleeding and meowing pitifully, you complete your casting. What's the spell you're casting?
Speak with animals.
Speak with animals. I'm going to guess
got it.
that does what it says on the.
It gains the
Um,
ability to comprehend and speak the language of beasts.
Okay. I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, because that's good.
How bad?
Double one.
That bad, hey?
Double one.
That bad. Okay, that's
No,
that's pretty good.
It's a
Okay.
2 because you have a
Just one question. How do you as a DM rule it? If I speak with animals, do I then sound to the others like that animal, or do I speak normally?
I think I'd leave that up to you.
Because
as
I
a-
would
as a
love a
player.
sham going meow, meow, meow,
Okay.
meow.
Okay, so in which case, can everyone else make an intelligence saving throw?
Perfect.
We very smart.
Yes, such rolls.
Okay, that's perfect.
Well,
So-
smart.
So, Asham, what do you say? You finish casting the ritual, and your tongue begins to feel feline.
Meow, 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 meow. Translated into, hey Mittens, this is a weird place. What's up?
Oh, I'm waiting for you.
Tell me more.
I want you to come inside.
Why?
So I can
Just
kill
kill it.
you.
You just kill it right now.
Yeah, how about no? I translate to
But
the others.
Master
Yeah,
says
he
to
says
kill you.
the master says to kill us, and we should go there. Hey Mittens, how do you plan on killing us, and who is the master? And have you seen any wolves around?
Oh, they'll kill you too. But it's my job to kill you now.
Well, anyone here has a bow?
Well, you know when I said that I brought some flasks of oil?
Yeah, I feel like this is the time.
I built one. Actually,
Mittens, why do you want to kill us?
Because I was told to. I'm to wait for you.
Like me
Right.
specifically?
No, just you.
And why?
Because I was told to.
By the master.
By the master.
Who's the master?
The one that told me to kill you.
What do you call the master?
Master.
So I assume if I go into the tree, it would not be cool, right, Mittens?
That's what I want. I want to kill you.
Guys,
so do you want to throw this flask of oil, or shall I do it?
how about we leg it? Mittens is really into killing people.
So, are you like translating to this like every other?
Yeah,
other
I
sentence?
translated gruffly, basically.
So I think Robin, you would notice this, and I'm a bit astounded that the rest of you haven't noticed. But this weird magic that Asham's doing, he's hissing.
Oh, like
Well,
a snake.
I rolled a 1. I speak what they speak. I don't know those ritual magic mumbo jumbos.
I mean,
mean-
to
you
the
mean
rest of
hissing
you,
like
it
a
just
snake?
sounds like he's doing magical gibberish. But Robin, you're pretty sure he's hissing.
Wonderful. Either way, Asham, do we want to deal with this now, or should we just go and make camp and come back in the morning?
What's wonderful?
I mean, the fact that you're hissing like a snake.
I'm not hissing like a snake. It's
Yeah,
obviously
I'm
a
telling you now
cat.
you are. This thing's probably a shapeshifter. It's not even a cat.
But it looks like a cat.
Yeah, that's the idea of being a shapeshifter. You change how you look.
So
Well-
he's not talking with it?
I
Yeah,
am
it's
talking. I
talking,
know
but
that
it's
I'm.
not a cat.
Let me deal with this. I get out my light crossbow that I looted somewhere, load it, and aim it at Mittens. And look at the others. Anyone objects?
We do not want to burn it.
I
you
don't know.
going-
You can burn it, but I think throwing around fire in a forest. The last time we tried it, it ruined my beard.
Yeah, but we're not in a mushroom forest that's going to explode. This is a normal forest. So we'd burn a couple of trees at best.
We're in a dense forest. I
We're in
think
a dense
the
forest
fire
and the
hazard
trees
is
dead.
pretty high.
All right,
Dead
we'll do the
trees
fire in the
burn.
morning at least. We'll burn this tree in the morning.
Okay, I shoot at Mittens.
Okay, so you fire the crossbow and it's like pointed straight at Mittens, and
Yeah,
the
point
bolt
blank at
disappears
Mittens.
as soon as it enters into the tree. It just goes whoosh and disappears.
Well,
And then I
that's
think
weird.
Mittens explodes. There's no bolt that strikes it, but it just turns inside out, and the entire interior of the tree gets coated in this sticky red paste. And you hear like a jingling sound, and then you see a collar just land on what used to be a feline body, and you can see it's just got these like sapphire studs and like this little golden bell, and it just lands there, and then does that. You know when a coin falls and it like rolls around? It does that,
Mhm.
and it goes jingle, 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 jingle.
Asham looks at the crossbow. Whoa! I mean, this must be a magic crossbow, guys.
I highly doubt you just and he like looks into like the tree a little bit, and he's like, I highly doubt you just exploded that kitten.
Well, you saw it.
Sure, we can talk about it over dinner. I think I saw a place back here we could go and camp, if you're up for it. We don't need to mess around with the tree this late at
Are you
night.
sure there aren't? And he like looks up at all the like hanging birds, and he's like, are you sure there aren't spiders?
Don't worry, I saw a place. It will be safe.
Yeah, let's look at this in broad daylight. It's getting dark. I feel this is weird.
This isn't something to mess with before nighttime. Definitely not. We'll come back in the morning. So
I assume
guess
the plan is a safe camp somewhere.
Yeah, we move away from this area a bit to we backtrack a tiny bit, and then find a place that was previously scouted out before we saw this strangeness.
Okay. So you you leave the kitten's gizzards and its like nice shiny collar in the tree. You walk away through.
Wait,
through
how shiny was that collar?
it
I assume-
was studded with small sapphire, and the bell looked golden in nature. You're not sure
Oh,
if it was
definitely.
plated gold or solid gold.
Okay, I just thought it was a cat blinky stone, but it actually is. Okay, we come back there in the morning, guys.
You take the collar with you. Don't leave it on the floor.
Well, it's inside the tree.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. do that
How
in the morning.
about... Wait a second.
Oh, it's inside the tree. Oh, nope.
How about... How far inside of the tree would
The
it be
tree-
if I stretch
the-
my tiny arm?
The
Get
tree's
my great
15
axe in, can I scoop it out?
The
Oh, hang on,
tree's
I could-
15 feet, like, around. And it's just in the centre.
I've got a
And
grappling
the
hook.
walls of the tree are just covered in cat gizzards.
Yeah.
Do that.
I've got a grappling hook. I attach it to a rope and I hand it to you, Ashman, and I go, you can hook it in using that if you don't want to enter the tree.
That would be cool. I
so
grapple
just-
hook the...
Yeah, throw the grappling hook and then just like drag it back.
Okay, so you toss the grappling hook into the tree, and it disappears. And you're just holding on to rope, which, like, goes up to the edge of the tree and then just cuts off.
And then when I pull it back,
Oh, there's a grappling hook on the end. Of course. What did you expect to be on the other end?
yeah,
No
and
bling?
on its way back, can it hook the
No, like, you throw it in, it disappears, you pull it back out, it's a grappling hook.
I don't know any mumbo jumbo, but I think this tree is not a real tree.
Oh, it's some sort of illusion shite again. We avoided the other town because of illusions. Let's not go and mess with this tree.
Let's burn it down in the morning.
Okay.
Anyway, back here. We're going to make
Safe camp.
So you move away, and you make a safe camp. Okay. So who's on what watch? I mean, I'm assuming you're still taking watches.
Yeah, we just do it in the order that we are. Like Carl first, Robin second, Rakust third, Asham fourth.
Carl, Robin, that's Kresic,
Okay,
Yeah.
so Kresic, yeah.
Robin.
I don't think you'd want Carl to be on watch.
And Asham.
We're all bad at it.
Okay. And you've all got you're spending your safe camp, yeah?
Yeah.
That makes this all the more enjoyable.
Because he will fuck us over anyway.
So, I think we see Kresic. Everyone's camped out. They're drifting off to sleep. And Kresic, you've probably got your back to the small fire, and you're staring out all around you, and you can see these big, heavy trees. And you hear something snap out in the distance,
Hmm.
like a twig being crunched underfoot.
Could he guess how close?
Seems maybe 200 feet out behind a tree. And if you peer in that way, perhaps you see like a a shadowy figure like disappear behind one of the trees.
Alright, how stupid is Crest? Okay. I
Very.
think, I think Kresik, I think he just like lifts his shield and like takes out his mace and like calls into the darkness, and he's like, I wouldn't try it.
And I think as you like shout into the darkness, you hear like the sound of something moving very quickly, and you see a dark shape like darting behind a tree. And then you hear like a whimper, I guess, like a childlike whimper, like a
How loud is he shouting? Do we wake up?
I guess if you
So you-
shouted. Yeah. Robin wakes up and goes, What? Kresik, the idea of a hidden camp is you don't start shouting.
Yeah, I understand, but and then I think he like points in the direction, like the roundabout direction. He's like, I see something.
For Christ, alright. Hang on a
Asham
sec.
got up as well.
Yeah, everyone's
I'm
getting up at this
sleeping.
point.
No, I'm sleeping.
I kick you.
Asham
wake
has
up
dark
then.
vision. Would that help me make out anything
yeah.
better?
Yeah, it does. Rakust, do you wake up when you're kicked? Or does
Yes,
it take
I wake
several
up when
kicks
I'm
to
kicked.
awaken you?
Yeah, so as
I guess
as
the
I kick you,
second kick. The second kick will wake me
yeah,
up.
so as you wake up, Robin's over you, and he's got a crossbow in his hand, and he's like pulling it back, and he's putting a bolt in it, and sort of it's aiming at you, and Robin realizes that and goes, sorry, we just get up a minute, mate. We need to have a look around.
Okay. And I get up.
Okay, so those of you with dark vision, when you look out into the forest, you can't see anything. Kresik, you're reasonably certain that the dark shape you saw is behind a tree, and the tree itself is maybe 180, 200 feet away from you.
Alright,
There's
so I
nothing
think-
out there. I can't see anything.
No, I think Chris like points at the tree, and he's like, it's hiding, whatever it is.
Robin aims his crossbow, looks over to Asham and says, "Where's your crossbow?"
I prefer my ex. How about? Do I know which tree he means? Is it? Can
I
you
mean,
make it obvious?
If Kresik points it out, you can clearly see a tree.
Okay.
It's a big dark elm.
Asham then makes this one, takes his crossbow and tries to like loop around the side to come at the tree from another angle,
Okay.
stealthily.
Okay. So did the rest of you like advance on the tree? Do you look at it from afar? Are you letting the sham wander off? Are you following with him? What's the?
I'll if he goes around one way, I'll go around the other using stealth.
Oh, damn. I guess I'll stay with Carl then. Because
Yeah.
I'm still sleeping.
So Kresik,
While standing.
Kresik and Rakus can be back up. Because we're
Yeah,
not
you go
good at
down the
stealth.
middle slower.
So, Robin and the Sham, when you circle around and you flank this tree, you can clearly see there's nothing standing behind it, but you think you see something at the base of the tree, a small object, perhaps?
Robin doesn't see it. Asham will though.
Yeah, I approached carefully.
You see a small doll on the ground next to the tree. It's got buttons
Way
for
to get
eyes
creepy.
and like a stitched mouth, and it's obviously like stuffed with straw and made out of burlap, and it's just lying there on the ground. And you see maybe 20, 30 feet away from it, like a paper wrapper.
Way to hit creepy on us, Splashy. I poked the doll with my axe.
The doll doesn't move. It's a doll.
I
It like
pick it up.
jiggles a bit. You
I pick it up
like
and go
lolls
back
in
to
your
the
hand.
others and say, and go to Krasnik. You saw this here?
I assume what I saw was bigger, right?
Yeah, what you saw was at least 3 or 4 feet tall. I mean, it was a shadowy shape, but it was bigger than a doll.
Yeah,
Well,
so
there's
he,
nothing
like,
out there.
He shakes his head, he's like, I don't
There
know.
was more kid stuff.
No,
I
it
slightly
was
open
more-
my eyes and see it's Ashim's holding a doll inside. Huh, cute. Name it Charlie and keep it.
You can hug it
Close
when you
his
go
eyes.
back to sleep.
Don't we want to follow the kid stuff?
Yeah, sure. In the morning, I'm gonna have some sleep, and as I unstring the crossbow, lay it down next to the bedroll, and I'm getting back in.
Wake
and go,
me up when it's my watch.
Kresik, next time you see something, don't shout at it. Make sure you alert us before you alert the thing that you've seen it. That's how outside works. We don't want them to know that we're here.
Can I take his? This is the first watch. Can I take his watch and send him to sleep? I say, go to sleep. Maybe you're too tired. There was nothing out there. I'll take 2 watches.
I say, just take my one. My one's coming up in a bit. I'll do yours in the morning.
You lazy. I have Charlie here keeping me company. At all.
Yeah, so I do fourth, and Asham can do second.
Okay, so you send Kresik to bed. Kresik, how do you feel about being sent to bed in this manner?
He's a new
not
guy.
very happy. Kresik is a trained warrior and being sent to bed like a child. He's not happy.
You woke all of us. Go to bed. You're too tired. Your eyes are playing tricks.
Kresik knows he's preparing that I told you so. Just you wait. We see creepy children, but I told you so is coming. Be
We
prepared.
will see. We will see.
Okay, so as Kresik goes to sleep, the quiet settles over camp once again, and I think it's about an hour or so into your watch, Hisham, when something strange begins to happen. You hear a meowing from beside you. Like, I'm assuming you're just like sat on a log facing back to the camp, looking into
I
the
look
forest.
besides me and my hand is at my axe.
You see a pristine white cat that's missing a paw, and where its paw
fuck
ends,
me.
there's just like blood, like pooling on the ground, and it looks up at you with these perfect blue eyes, and goes,
Yeah, I chop him.
"Ow." So you like lift up
chop
the axe
him.
and swing it down into the ground, and you hear this tearing sound, like, and when you look down, there's just like this dark red stain on the ground, and you can't see any evidence of the cat. It's just a dark red stain.
I clean myself up on that side and let the others sleep.
I think
Thinking
about
I
30
dealt with
seconds later,
mittens.
I think about 30 seconds later you hear a meow on the other side of
It's mittens again without the
you.
paw.
You look and you see half a cat. It's a pristine white cat that's been perfectly bisected down the middle, and you can see all its internal structures. So you can see like this weird pulsating mass of its intestines, and it doesn't look like it
Yes.
should be able to stand because it's only got 2 legs, and its head is perfectly bisected. And when it meows, it opens up, and like blood just kind of pours out of the side of it. And when it turns to look at you, it's got this one perfect blue eye. And it goes, "Ow."
He's just sitting there.
Okay. It kind of walks up to you, and you feel the warmth of its body as it like presses up against you, and it starts nuzzling you.
Yeah, I do my mumbo jumbo if he doesn't run away in 10 minutes.
Okay, I think in 10 minutes he like stands up after about 4 minutes and walks along, and it's very weird seeing a cat with only 2 legs walk as though it had 4, and it walks off into the forest, like halfway through the casting of Speak with Animals.
Keep
And
it
it
ready,
stops
That was
maybe,
weird.
maybe 200 feet or so away from the campfire, and then lets out like another plaintive meow.
I'm sorry. I'll roll an intelligence roll on a decision. And I'm sorry for my team already. Yeah, it's 6. It's Mittens. He wants to show me something. Asham gets up and strolls in that direction a bit.
Okay.
Not too far from the camp.
So as you stroll in that direction, it like waits for you to get to it, and then it rubs itself around your ankles, and it meows again more urgently this time. So it's more like a meow, meow, and then it like walks another like 200 feet into the forest, sits down, stares at you expectantly. You can see it like wants you to follow it.
I turn around. I kick awake the halfling. Robin, it's Mittens. I cut him in half, and he wants to show me something.
Okay, so
Right,
I
we've already
think
established that's a bad plan.
I think Robin, when you look out into the darkness, you can't see a cat. You can't see
No.
half a cat.
I say, I don't see shite. Asham,
Well,
are you seeing
Trust
things
me,
now?
there was Mittens, I cut him in half. Then there was half a Mittens, and he walked in that direction. And he wants me to follow him.
Well, we'll follow him in the morning. We already established that shite. We know
Yeah,
what he wants. You
It
tossed
seems
him. He wants to-
urgent.
Yeah, he wants to kill us. He wants to urgently kill us.
Yeah, but normally I face threats head on. Let's go there and deal with it.
We'll do it in the morning.
No, fuck this. I'm going now. I kick
What's
and
your
wake the
plan,
upper
Asham?
dwarf. Rakus,
What?
we have some mittens to chop. Come along.
You seeing things again? Classic.
Apparently. Right, he's just keep picking us up. Right, I get out the lantern, I light it, and go, come on then, let's do this.
I get up the human. Kressik, come on.
Oh, Kressik was asleep. Who's seeing things now?
I'm sorry, human, but there is stuff out there, and it's time we chop it.
See? Told you so.
Ah.
So
All right, let's get this done
you
with.
wake everyone up and you like wander out to where Mittens is, and
Dude, let us
after
see him.
about 2-3 minutes, you look around and you can't see the kitten. You can't see half the kitten. You can't see the dark red blood stain by the log. So it becomes very clear to the rest of you that there's nothing out there. What happens?
And I don't see him either.
Right.
So this
Asham,
must be
satisfied.
pretty close to my watch, no?
No, this is like an hour into a Sham's watch.
All
The
right.
watches are like 2 hours long. And a
Whatever is
you
going
can't
on
you
here.
can't see the cat, and you also can't see the dark red stain by the log where you killed it.
Well, I don't see any stains or cats, but where's Charlie? Do you have it still?
Yeah, get Charlie the puppet out
Okay,
of my backpack.
So when
if it's
you
still
reach
there.
into your backpack, you don't find anything. You pull out your
Yeah.
hand and you're like, oh,
I swear
Right.
Charlie was in there. Whatever is going on here, guys, I'm pretty sure we will not get a night's sleep out of this until we've dealt with it.
Well, I tell you what, we can. We found that these things are illusions, whatever you want to call it. By the time we probably got back to camp at this point, and I've put down the lantern, like turned it off, and I'm getting stones from the area and piling them in a little pile and go, right, we'll all agree, whoever's on watch, unless something genuinely threatening happens, you get these stones, you see something, I don't care what it is, a child, an old lady, a little cat, it's not real, just throw a stone at it. When it explodes, things dealt with, or you just ignore it.
I
And
pick a stone
that's
and
all.
throw it at the halfling.
Right, okay, other than the party members, throw it at anything else you see, you smart arse.
Pick a stone, throw it at the next tree.
Asham, please.
I'm just messing with you, Robin. I'm just messing with you.
You're an asshole.
I know. Works fine for me.
Anyway, the rest of us need to get some shadow eye. Asham, you know what to do.
Least professional warriors I've ever worked with.
okay. So you settle down back to sleep and leave Asham to the rest of his watch then.
Yeah.
So I think it's maybe 20 minutes before the end of your watch, Asham, when you hear the meowing again. It's coming from the same direction, and you see a whole pristine white cat beneath the light of the moon. It's just sitting in like this shaft of moonlight, licking its paw, and it has a paw where it no longer had a paw previously. It's just licking it, and then it goes.
Is it in throwing
"Ow."
distance?
Is it within throwing distance? You could shoot it with a bolt from a crossbow, but not with a stone. No.
No, I shoot it.
Okay. You like hit
Sonk.
the white cat, and it like sinks into the cat, and the cat like slides back a couple feet, and then just like you hear it like go, and
Shit,
it
that
like
was the
feebly
real
dies,
Nicholas.
and you can very clearly see the body of a very real dead cat.
I get the body impaled on the bolt, bring it back to camp.
So you walk over to the kitten, the cat, the white cat with the bolt on it, and you pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Rip.
Because that shit, I'm down. I'm smart. 18.
Okay. So you pick it up and it just like falls apart in your hands, like into these like brown feathers, and they just kind of float to the ground. And as you watch them, they just kind of dissolve. And you're left just holding this bolt in your hand.
It's weird. I go back, looking around carefully, feeling really weirded out.
Do you wake anyone up to tell them about this, or are you just waiting for Rakus's watch?
In the 20 minutes, the Ragust comes and I tell him everything.
Okay, so Rakus, you woke up for your watch, and Asham fills you in.
That's pretty weird. Are you sure you didn't?
I swear it was
sleep?
Mittens. I shot him right in the chest.
Well, if it
I-
was Mittens, where is it? His corpse? Didn't you shoot
I
it
tried to
at the
get
tree?
it and I picked it up and it was feathers and they saw, this is magic mumbo jumbo, you know how this is. I don't know this. This is weird.
If I'll see it, I'll recognize it. Last week
I'll leave
I
you my
found some
crossbow.
fey. I don't need crossbows.
Okay.
Go ahead and sleep, Paul. I'll see what I can.
Safe camp
I'll see
ever.
if I find something.
So, Asham, do you like drift off to a peaceful slumber?
I would have had Charlie with me, but no, someone robbed me of him. Yes, I tried
So
to
I
sleep.
think when you go back to your bedroll, you find Charlie like lying on the head of your bedroll, and it's holding like an oversized sewing needle in its hand, maybe about 7-8 inches long, and you can see the tip of the sewing needle is dark red.
Does he show it to me?
Does he see it? I asked Rakus, do you see Charlie there?
Okay, so you turn around to Rakus and go, "Do you see Charlie there?" And you look back, and your bedroll's empty. So you have that moment where you turn to face Rakus and it just vanishes.
Fuck. I get out my hard liquor and drink quite a lot of it and go to sleep.
Okay, so Kresic, not Kresic, Rakust, you're
Yeah.
on watch.
Now
And
I'm on watch.
How alert are you? How has this been affecting you? Because you've been seem to be like very eager on getting your sleep and ignoring.
Yeah,
this.
I've been interrupted already twice
Yes.
on my beauty sleep. So I'm awake, but closing my eyes every once in a while, but not falling asleep because I wake up like what? Yeah.
So I think when you close your eyes and you like drift off to sleep, you like bolt awake, and there's a child standing in front of you wearing a white nightdress. It's obviously a little girl, maybe 6 or 7, blonde hair, green eyes, and she has a frown on her face, and she's got her arms crossed.
Human?
Yeah, human.
So just as tall as you.
I'll just keep staring at it, but this time
Okay, so you stare at the little child, and she says, "You took my doll," and like stomps her feet.
you left it behind.
You stole it. You're brigands, aren't you?
No.
I'm going to get my father to kill you. And she like sticks her head up in the air, turns around on one foot, and, like runs, like half runs, half skips into the forest.
Bring the police with him.
So she stops, turns around, sticks her tongue out at you, and he goes, "He's big and scary, and he'll rip you apart."
I'm small and fat, and I don't care.
So she
That's Rakus.
she runs off into the forest, and I think it's maybe half an hour later when you see her returning, and she's holding the hand of this very big, very tired looking human. He's got an axe, looks like a woodcutting axe in his hand, and he's got like these big eye bags. He's got dark brown hair, green eyes, looks very burly, about 6'1", and he's being like pulled along by the little girl. And she stops when she sees you and points at you and goes, "Him! It was him!" And the guy, like,
How far away are they?
180 feet or so.
180. Okay. So I assume I was sitting, but
Yeah.
as I see them, I switch to a squatting position with supported on my warhammer.
Okay. So the guy comes over, and the little girl like stays by a tree, and he looks like very tired, and he's like, sorry about this, but do you have Sarah's doll?
The real question here is, why is your little girl here so late at night?
No, the question here is, did you take her doll?
I didn't take any doll. Maybe my friend there did, but they're
Asham
asleep.
sleeping, nuzzling something in imaginary doll.
I'm wondering, does your conversation wake us?
I'm not very loud. I guess they got closer, right?
The little girl stayed a ways away, but the woodsman is like walked up. Yeah.
So, what did you reply?
What did he reply? Sorry.
I also forgot.
Oh, you
Okay.
say maybe one of my companions took it, and he says,
Oh yeah.
could you rouse them? I'm terribly sorry to be a bother, but she won't let me sleep until she gets her doll back.
Let's do this. How about you tell us where you live, and in the morning we'll take the doll if we have it to you.
He like rubs his eyes and like twitches a bit, and then says, "Sarah really needs her doll. She won't sleep without it."
I guess I'll pick up a rock and throw it at his feet, and as I'm standing up, I'll pick up a rock and throw it at his feet. As in an accident, can I do a sleight of hands too?
Just make an intelligence saving throw.
All right. I love
If you fail,
intelligence.
you just stand up and just throw it.
So you stand up and you like accidentally throw a rock, and it like hits his foot, but it goes completely through it and like falls on the ground. And he looks down and goes, "Oh."
That's
and then
not
slowly,
normal.
like from the top down, begins to melt, and you see him just like turn into this like watery paste and just like fall apart, just like. And as he does that, Sarah, the little girl, screams loudly. She goes, "Ah! You killed Daddy! You killed Daddy!" And like,
Do they wake up?
that probably wakes everyone up, and then she just like bolts into the forest. But it's one of those like runaways where as soon as she's behind a tree, she's just gone. So the rest of you were woken by the sound of like this little girl just screaming, and you just maybe managed to catch the edge of this like human figure just melting.
Now
Rowan
I
wakes
have a
up, doesn't
trauma.
even get out of the bedroll and just says, "Did you throw a stone at it?"
Yes.
Good. Then you're following the plan. Keep throwing stones.
Asham doesn't even wake up.
Okay.
But you did hear a girl scream, didn't you?
I
Yeah,
also
Cressy
drank liquor.
definitely gets up.
Yeah, the girl comes back. Throw a stone at her as well. Told you. Whatever comes, just throw a stone at it.
Only if it's close enough for it.
If it's not close enough, then just ignore it.
Yeah, that's
Worst
pretty much
safe
how.
camp ever, by the way.
Ah, shut up.
I think Chris might just get up at this point and just be like, I'm not gonna get any sleep, and just like goes and like sits next to Rakust.
All right. Wanna
Asham starts
Do you have
snoring
any-
aggressively.
wait? Let me just check something. Do I have? No, I don't. I was gonna ask. Now that you're up, you. What are you? I mean, are you gonna keep watch with me? Want to talk about something? Can I go to sleep?
That's the real
I
question
think
here,
Dwarves,
isn't it?
gotta love them.
Kresik just like shrugs and he's like, I'm not getting any sleep. And he like gestures to the like woods at large. And he's like, and I don't know. Things keep coming, so
They keep coming and going. That's the circle of life. It's beautiful. So, got any cards or something?
let me actually check. 'Cause I feel like I don't.
I think it's an item or set of cards you can invent that you have
Yeah.
one.
Or yeah.
Well, I think they're actually a real item as well that you can purchase. But
I'm fine with you just saying you have a pack.
yeah, we can. I don't know. Play whatever card game is popular in.
Yeah. All right. Assuming we're still keeping watch. Let's.
5-stack Haven Hold'em is the most popular card game.
Ah, yes. Haven Hold'em.
So, the night proceeds. We're throwing some cards.
So I think you're maybe 5 minutes or so into your card game when you hear like the
It's impossible,
howling
guys.
of a wolf
Oh,
really
oh,
close
uh,
by, like
Oh,
maybe
I-
100 feet away or something. It's just like an ow, and then from the other side of the camp, so on the opposite side, you see a pair of wolves just like come barreling out of the forest towards you.
are they white?
They're grey.
Uh,
And from the
Yeah,
direction
uh,
of the original howl, another wolf comes like charging towards you. What do the two of you do, Kresik and Rakust? What do you do? So these wolves just like come barreling out of the forest.
I'll throw my cards at him and try to wake up. As I'm holding my cards, I'll just throw them in the air and maybe some of them hit a wolf and try to wake up Robin and
You're like
Ash.
100 foot away. Don't you?
No, they're far
You're
away.
not Gambit.
Oh, they're far
So
away.
you're basically waking us up.
Yeah.
If the howl doesn't, anyway.
So I think
Yeah,
we
Robin
can take
jumps up.
our second break here,
All right.
and
Nice.
we'll jump back in, seeing whether the wolves are real or not. So
They're
You're
real.
having fun, aren't you?
They're probably real.
You're enjoying yourself here.
yes.
Immensely.
So thank you, thank you all for watching. We'll be back in 5 minutes or so. Keep watching.
Okay.